It was 11:47 p.m. when the app said my order had been delivered, but when I checked the doorbell camera, he was still standing there, and he didn't leave. I don't usually order food that late, but that night I had stayed up working and completely lost track of time. I didn't feel like cooking, so I ordered through one of the usual delivery apps. Nothing unusual, just a normal order from a nearby place that stays open late. About 20 minutes later, my phone buzzed. "Your order has been delivered." I got up to grab it. Before opening the door, I checked the doorbell camera like I always do, just habit. That's when I saw him. The driver was standing directly in front of my door, not walking back to his car, not checking his phone, just standing there. At first, I assumed there was a delay in the camera feed. Sometimes there's a few seconds of lag. But he didn't move. 10 seconds passed, then 20. He shifted his weight slightly, but didn't leave. I remember thinking maybe he was waiting for a tip confirmation. Some drivers linger for a moment if they think something didn't process. So I opened the app. The order was marked complete, 5 stars prompt already showing, but he was still there. I watched the camera feed for almost a full minute. He looked down at his phone once, then back at the door, then at the camera. That part bothered me. It didn't look like he accidentally glanced at it. It looked intentional, like he knew exactly where it was. I sent a message through the app. "Hey, is everything okay?" No response. He didn't check his phone again. He just stood there. Another 30 seconds passed. Then he did something that made my stomach drop. He stepped closer to the door, close enough that his face filled most of the camera frame. He wasn't smiling, he wasn't angry, he just looked blank, almost like he was waiting. I locked the deadbolt, even though it was already locked, just instinct. At this point, it had been nearly 3 minutes. No driver lingers that long. I checked outside through the window beside my door, but I couldn't see him from that angle. Only the camera showed him clearly. I refreshed the app, and that's when things got strange. The driver's name was gone. Instead of Ethan Toyota Camry, it now just said driver. No profile picture, no vehicle details. I thought maybe it was a glitch, so I closed the app completely and reopened it. Now, the order wasn't even there, as if I had never placed it. No receipt, no tracking, nothing. I went back to the camera. He was still there, but now he wasn't looking at the door. He was looking down the street, then back at the house, then back at the door. And slowly, he sat down, right there on my porch. I remember feeling a kind of disbelief, like my brain was trying to make it logical. Maybe he was waiting for another order nearby. Maybe he was on a break. But why directly in front of my door? Why not in his car? Why not at the curb? I checked the street camera view. I couldn't see any delivery vehicle parked nearby. That's when I decided to call the non-emergency police line. While I was on the hold, I kept watching. He leaned back against the wall beside my door, pulled something out of his pocket. I couldn't tell what it was. He looked comfortable, too comfortable. When the dispatcher answered, I explained everything. She asked if he was trying to enter the house. I said no, just sitting, just reading. She told me officers would drive by to check it out. Estimated time, 15 minutes. 15 minutes felt like hours. About 5 minutes later, he stood up again, walked closer to the door. Then he did something that still makes my chest tighten when I think about it. He raised his hand and almost knocked, but stopped. His hand hovered there for a second. Then he lowered it and stepped back. Then my phone buzzed again, not from the delivery app, from my bank, a notification about a pending charge reversal. I opened it immediately. The food order payment had been reversed, automatically. No explanation, no support message, just reversed. I checked the delivery app again.
There was no record of the order, no receipt email, nothing in my order history. It was completely gone. About 2 minutes later, headlights flashed across my front lawn. A police cruiser slowly rolled past the house. I watched the porch camera carefully. The moment the headlights hit him, he walked off the porch, calmly, down the steps, and disappeared out of frame. By the time officers knocked on my door, he was gone. They checked the area, no one matching the description nearby. They asked for the driver's name. I told them it had disappeared from the app. They asked for the receipt. I showed them my order history. Empty. They said sometimes scammers use stolen driver accounts. Sometimes people show up pretending to deliver. But there was no car, no uniform logo visible, no proof he was assigned to me. The officers suggested I contact the app's support team. I did. They told me there was no active order associated with my account at that time. They had no record of a driver being dispatched to my address. No technical error. No explanation. The next morning, I checked my porch. There was no food, no bag. Nothing had ever been delivered, which means the notification I received shouldn't have existed. I stopped using contactless delivery after that. I don't order food past 10 anymore. And every time my doorbell camera sends a motion alert late at night, my heart still races before I open it. Because sometimes I wonder, if the police hadn't driven by, how long would he have stayed? And if there was never a real delivery, why was he there at all?